Hi, good morning. Now that I've been monetized on YouTube for a full year, I thought it would be fun to talk about starting YouTube and making videos and getting monetized and how much I've made in that year, but I'll say right now, it's not that much. First, I want to talk about getting monetized because I did get monetized in like 60 days, which I felt was really fast considering I wasn't chasing monetization. I just got pretty lucky. I uploaded my first video on January 25th, and I hit the requirements for monetization by March 22nd, and I did immediately apply because I knew that I was close. I was checking my analytics obsessively, but the thing that was holding me up at the time was subscribers. At the time that I applied, I had 12,000 watch hours, which was 3 times the requirement, but I did have a harder time getting to 1,000 subscribers. But once I had enough subscribers, I applied for monetization and I was approved within like 2 days at like 7 p.m. on March 24th. So it didn't really take that long. But while I was waiting for approval, it felt like it was taking forever because I was really excited at the thought of getting some of that AdSense. I had just posted a video on the 21st and it was doing pretty well. So I was watching the views go up, knowing that YouTube was playing pre-roll ads on it because apparently YouTube plays ads on videos even if you aren't monetized. But until you're monetized, you don't get a cut of that money. So I was watching this video get views, waiting for monetization so I could finally get a little bit of that AdSense. So I posted my first video on this channel on January 25th, and I was monetized by March 24th, which was really fast for me for a new channel. But I do want to say that even though it was my first video on this channel, it wasn't my first YouTube video. My first YouTube video was actually posted on my other channel back in October, like 4 months earlier, when I couldn't stop thinking about Don't Worry Darling to the point that I finally just decided to make a video about it. I'll be totally honest, it's not a good video. I had no idea what I was doing. I was not comfortable talking to a camera. I'm still not. I edited the video on my phone, and I was really nervous about putting myself and my thoughts and my opinions out there because I am a very self-conscious person, especially about my voice, because some guy at a grad party in like 2010 told me to stop talking because I had an annoying high-pitched voice, and that literally stayed with me for over a decade. I was so worried about the sound of my voice on camera and how I would look on camera, but it just got to a point where I was so disappointed with that movie that I said, fuck the discomfort, I just have to talk about it. So I did. I made that first video and the world didn't end, and nobody commented telling me I had an annoying voice. So I spent the next few months like making different kinds of videos and experimenting to figure out what I like to make. And I realized that I like to make craft tutorials and I like to make videos talking about the stuff that I watch. And it didn't really make sense to have those two things on the same channel. And since most of my subscribers at the time had come from those craft tutorial videos, I decided I would make a new channel, this one, for my videos about TV shows and movies. And I thought I was so clever with the name because like my main channel was Sam Kizzle, so I made this one Cinekizzle, like cinema, like movies. I still think it's a good name. I don't care what anyone says. At the time that I made this channel, I'd been planning to make a recap video before the next season of You came out because it's the kind of video that I would want to watch, so I figured it would be pretty fun to make one myself. But I didn't want that to be my first video on this new channel. I wanted to have at least one other video before that one. I don't remember why, I just did. And so I made a list video and I posted it here on January 25th as my first video, and it didn't do very well. And even now that I've been making videos for over a year, it still hasn't even broken 1,000 views. But at this point, I'm fine with that because I don't really care about views anymore. At the beginning, I was really fixated on views and stuff, but now I don't care. Like, it finally just set in that low views doesn't mean it's a bad video. It doesn't mean I'm a bad or stupid person. It's just kind of like, oh well, I had fun making it, and for me, the biggest thing is watching my videos back because I really enjoy seeing myself talk about something and seeing my thoughts sorted out in a clear and articulate way because that is not how I'm experiencing them up here. So a week after that first video, I posted my recap video, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be so good. This is going to get hundreds of views. It's going to get thousands of views. People are going to be looking for a recap video. This is a great idea. I'm so glad I thought of it. And for a good 3 or 4 days, it didn't do well. It got 16 views the first day, 2 views the second day, and then 8 views on the third day. And I was so bummed. But then around day 5, it finally started to pick up, and so did my spirits. And then You Season 4 came out, and after being a fan of the show for years, I finally had this outlet to just talk about it. And that was so exciting. And boy, did I talk about it. I got a good 6 videos out of You Season 4. And not only are those videos the biggest reason I got monetized, but I think this season being split into 2 parts, as frustrating as it was as a viewer, was really good for my channel because it prolonged the interest in the show and it gave me more chances to make videos like theorizing about what's going to happen in part 2. And it really helped me overall. Even if I was dying while I was waiting for that second part, it really helped my channel because once the You hype died down, it died down. So if that whole season had come out just at once, I don't know if I would have seen that same spike in views for as long as I did. And if I didn't get monetized at the time that I did, I would not be monetized right now. I mean, I would like to give myself some credit because I wasn't just pushing out You videos to get views and to get monetized. I was talking about the show because I was really interested in it and I'm obsessed with it, if you couldn't tell. And I liked talking about it and talking with people in the comments. And I think that helps subscriber-wise because it's like, oh, we have a shared interest. I'll actually subscribe. And I think that counts for something. But I will admit, I got pretty lucky talking about a show that had such a big fan base that like those views kind of just poured in. But after the You hype died down, my views tanked. I went from getting thousands of views to getting like 200 views. And that really sucked and it took some adjusting because like I knew people came for the You content, but I had hoped that at least some of them would stick around and be interested in what I had to say about other TV shows and other movies. And to be fair, there are some people that did stick around and they do watch my videos even when I'm talking about something they haven't seen. So I think that's pretty cool and I do appreciate that. But with the views fluctuating so much, that's just kind of how YouTube is. Like if you aren't super established or you're not talking about like a really popular topic, it's really easy to just not get views. And some people can chase those trending topics or some people can push out a movie review as soon as something releases. I can't do that. I have to have something to say when I make a video and I have to do it on my own timeline or else it's just too much of a chore and I can't be bothered because this is first and foremost a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. So I don't want to just make a movie review about a mediocre movie for the sake of getting some views because it just came out. Like that's not something that's fun for me. Especially because it's really hard for me to record. Sitting down to record what I've scripted is always a struggle. It's the hardest part of making videos for me. Every single time I have to hype myself up and push through this discomfort that I have and be like, okay, let's go. Let's just do this. You've done this before. Let's just get started. It'll be fine. We're just going to start. 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 Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I hate this so much. Started audio, let's start recording, let's start, let's go, let's start, let's go, let's start, let's go, let's fucking go, let's go. It does not come naturally for me to talk to a camera, even though I know I'm in complete control of what ends up in a finished video. Because to be clear, the video that you see is the result of hours of scripting and revising and recording and doing multiple takes and revising more as I'm recording and then editing and piecing together the best takes to try and come up with the most clear and concise video that I can. But even sometimes a thought will make it through scripting and recording only to be cut out in editing, or I'll watch back later and I'll think like, oh, I wish I had said this differently, or I wish I had explored that more. But this is not just intuitive. This is a process that I have to go through every time that I want to make a video and I want to talk about something. There's so much sorting through all my thoughts to try and figure out how to say what I want to say. It's a very, very long process. So I have to really want to make a video, you know? But then the flip side of that is that it kind of sucks to have something to say and to spend hours working on a video only for it to get 100 views because you took too long to watch something that everyone else watched months ago. I'm looking at you, Daisy Jones. Missed 130 views, 37 cents. But I gotta say, I'm lucky that I got monetized when I did, because without the success of my You videos, I would not have gotten monetized. I actually was worried that I'd be demonetized, because once those watch hours started falling off, I fell under 4,000 hours in a 365-day period. I think as long as I keep uploading regularly, I should be fine to stay monetized, even though my watch hours have fallen. But it is interesting to look at all the videos that I've made in the last year and to know how much time I've spent on them and to just realize that if I weren't already monetized, I wouldn't be. So I am grateful to be monetized and to make something from my videos, because making little bits of money here and there is kind of my passion. It's kind of my thing. But realistically, I'm not making that much overall. My highest earning video at $97 is my Kate Galvin video, which, fun fact, apparently got copyright claimed the day before I started writing the script. I went to look at the analytics and I saw that Warner Brothers tried to claim it on the 4th. Why? Why? It's been out for over a year. It's making me pennies every couple of days, and it's a character analysis commentary video. Why are they trying to claim it? And did a person have to do this? Because I can't imagine it would be automated since the video was uploaded over a year ago. So did somebody have to go looking for you videos, find mine, and think, yes, we here at WBTV need to snatch up the pennies from this small little channel? Cool. Whatever. My other You Season 4 videos have made a total of $77 combined, and my recap video, which has 68,000 views, has made a total of $2.55 because most of those views came before I was monetized. And then most of my 1 to 500 view videos haven't even broken $1 each. I did have a small uptick in views while Cruel Summer was airing. I would watch the episode live on Monday night and then make a recap theory video the next day. And those videos did all right. They made an average of $5 each, which I think is pretty good considering the much smaller fan base for the delayed and disastrous second season. Besides that, my Saltburn video made like $2, my Cat Person video made like $2, and my You Book First Show comparison video, which has 5,300 views right now, has made about $19. So after being monetized on YouTube for just over a year, I've made a total of $264, and of course that's not nothing. It's technically not as much as it could be because I don't do mid-roll ads. I figure since YouTube is gonna put pre-rolls on my videos anyway, I might as well get a cut of that AdSense. But you can put mid-rolls on videos that are over 8 minutes long, which seems really, really short to me. I mean, I've had premium for years, so I couldn't imagine watching any ads on YouTube ever. But in the middle of an 8-minute video, I would not be happy. I did think about putting a mid-roll ad in my You Book video because it's 24 minutes long, and I spent a long time listening to the audiobook, taking notes, making the video. But then I was just like, why? Why would I do that? So I didn't, and I've made a total of $264 that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So in my head, that's basically free money because it's money that I'm getting for something that I would have done anyway. By the time I was approved for monetization, I already had 13.7 thousand watch hours and 177,000 views. Over the full lifetime of my channel, I have 19.7 thousand watch hours and 264,000 views, which means that 69% of my lifetime watch hours and 67% of my views were unmonetized. And I still made those videos with no guarantee that they were ever going to make me money. I started making videos because I have stuff to say and I like making them. And I got most of my views and watch time when I wasn't making any money from it. And even after seeing how much my views and my earnings dropped, I still kept making videos because I like making them. So any money that I make is kind of just a bonus. So all in all, I'm really glad that I started making YouTube videos. And I guess I have to admit that Don't Worry Darling was a better movie than I gave it credit for because it directly led to me pushing myself to speak my mind and share my thoughts and finally overcome that insecurity I had from that loser guy telling me to be quiet. Like, he was Jack trapping me in this world where I had no voice. And then finally, boom, I'm Alice and I'm breaking out and now I won't shut up. But I still don't know what those tremors were about. Oh, you know what it is, those tremors? It's my neighbor's garage every time I sit down to record.